Have you ever wondered about how to actually run properly? Proper running includes proper nutrition and proper stretching. First, let's talk about nutrition. A healthy diet consists of about 50% of carbohydrates because it's the body's main food source, about 30% of protein because it's important in muscle repair and maintenance, and about 20% of fat, which isn't really that important when it comes to running. You should eat foods that are high in carbs and in protein. But when? 2 hours before your run, you should eat a 300 to 400 calorie meal containing carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats, such as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a yogurt smoothie. 1 hour before you run, you should eat easily digestible carbohydrates and a little bit of protein, such as a bowl of cereal or a bunch of carrots. You don't have to eat anything 30 minutes before you run because you might get cramps. But if you're not satisfied, then you can eat small servings of easily digestible carbohydrates, such as a banana or an orange. For a good run, you should avoid eating foods that are high in fiber and in fat. Now you know what to eat before a run, but what about after? It's important to replace the electrolytes you've lost during a run because they assist in muscle recovery. Energy drinks, such as Gatorade and Powerade, are the most well-known ways to replenish lost electrolytes, but these drinks contain a large amount of sugar to make them taste good, so they're not the best option. Always remember to hydrate. Drink about 450 to 600 milliliters of water 2 hours before you run, and another 200 milliliters 15 minutes before you run. I bet you've seen the iconic image of a runner bent over and touching his toes before a run. I bet you probably do it too. To your surprise, this so-called static stretching is actually bad before a run. Dynamic stretching should be done before a run because it increases motion, loosens your muscles, and increases heart rate, body temperature, and blood flow, which will help you run more efficiently. Efficient dynamic stretches include high knees, butt kicks, walking lunges, and arm circles. Static stretching is done after a run, but should only be done before if your muscles are feeling tight because it decreases muscle tension and increases muscle relaxation. Efficient static stretches include the standing calf, the shoulder stretch, and the quad stretch. Now let's talk about the actual technique involved in running. When you run, you want to spend the least amount of time on your legs as possible, because having too long of a stride causes many injuries and uses a large amount of energy. This is when you land with your foot in front of you, but you should really land with your foot under you. You should land lightly with the balls of your feet first, or your midfoot, then roll forward with force by pushing off your toes. Try doing this without bouncing up and down. Many runners keep their head down while running and look at their feet, but your head should be facing in front of you instead because it will straighten your back and neck, which will help your overall posture. Your shoulders should be relaxed, with your arms bent at around a 90-degree angle. Your hands should be in an unclenched fist, with your fingers lightly touching your palms, as though you're trying to carry a potato chip in each hand without crushing it. With your head looking in front of you and your shoulders loose, your torso will automatically be upright, which promotes optimal lung capacity. This torso position is referred to as running tall, which means you need to stretch yourself up to your full height and not slouch. If you start to slouch, just take a deep breath and you'll naturally straighten up. Now imagine drawing a horizontal line across the tops of your hip bones. As you run, that line should remain straight instead of zigzagging, so keep your hips straight. There have been many debates on different ways to breathe, but I'm here to tell you that you can breathe freely, either from your nose or your mouth. It doesn't matter. Most people only use a third of their lungs by taking short breaths. You should take deep breaths and feel your stomach stick out instead of your chest. Oxygen is what your muscles use for fuel, so if you take advantage of your total lung capacity, your muscles will have more fuel to convert into energy. A helpful tip is that you should inhale for 3 or 4 steps and then exhale for the same amount. Thanks for watching.